Welcome to the Kraken training course Getting Started. In this video, we will learn about importing a simulation, creating and modifying a 3D visualization, and pasting an image of this visualization to another software for later presentation. Let's get started by importing a simulation. Three ways a user can do that are from the File drop-down menu, clicking on the Import button on the toolbar, or from the link on the Start page. The data tree will now be populated with grids representing reservoirs and field level producing and injecting wells. Selecting these various items will update the Data Editors panel with the applicable information. Curves, properties, and grid functions are all examples. Note that the information in the Data Editors panel differs based on which data type is selected in the data panel. Clicking and dragging an item from the data tree into the workspace will generate a visualization. Let's make a 3D visualization of the main grid by dragging it into the workspace. The mouse can be used to manipulate this visualization. I am using a 3-button mouse with a scroll wheel. Left-click drag will rotate the visualization. Right-click drag will translate or move the visualization. Using the scroll wheel or click dragging with the third button is used to zoom in and out. Additionally, there are a number of shortcuts available for the keyboard which will orientate the visualization in a predefined setup. These can be viewed in Options, Preferences, Shortcuts. Clicking through a couple of these keyboard shortcuts, you can see how the visualization is changed. Let's reorient this grid for a better viewing angle, enable the field production and injection wells, and finally add some color of a grid function. All of the applicable grid functions are presented, separated into static and transient properties depending on if they change throughout the life of the reservoir. Let's select oil pressure to see how it changes. Adding oil pressure to the 3D visualization can be done by clicking and dragging it onto the visualization. Adding the Window Editors panel from the View menu will allow us to further customize this visualization. For example, we may want a white background and black text. Another place to modify the grid function for the visualization is using the quick selection in the toolbar to select another grid property. Let's change to water saturation. Right-clicking on the scale will bring up a context menu. Let's edit the scale. Now, in the Data Editors panel, the available settings are shown. The difference between the global time scope and instantaneous is evident. Water injection has not yet started in this reservoir simulation. Currently, the entire reservoir is at the minimum, about 0.2. The maximum, which will be reached, will be approximately 0.7, but not until much later in the life of this reservoir. There are multiple ways to view later time steps of reservoir life and see the water flooding in this example. A desired time step can be selected from the drop-down menu in the toolbar or via the slider. Additionally, time steps can be stepped through with the toolbar buttons, or lastly, the time steps can be played like a video. As expected, a majority of the water has collected on the bottom of the reservoir. Let's use the mouse to rotate the visualization to get a better look. Once we have an orientation which communicates the information desired, Control-C will copy the image of the current workspace to the clipboard. This image can then be pasted into various programs which all have access to Windows Clipboard. Here you can see this complex visualization developed in Kraken's powerful post-processor can be added to a report or presentation to better illustrate the associated information. Thank you for taking the time to view and learn more about Kraken. We look forward to sharing our next video with you.